I am speaking to you now because the clock has begun to glow in a way you have never seen, and the minutes that felt endless have suddenly become precious and bright. 2 minutes left is not a threat, it is a holy measure, a soft ringing bell calling you back to the door you once told yourself you would open when you were ready. I have watched you pace the length of your room and the length of your heart, rehearsing the reasons you cannot be chosen, then clutching a small hidden hope that maybe you are. Hear me now, you are. I would not ask you to open this if the goodness waiting behind it were not already rising like sunlight over your name. You have waited a long time. I have waited with you. Not on the other side of your waiting but inside it, like a breath you forgot you were allowed to take. Archangel Michael says, "Open it immediately," and I affirm it, do not delay the day that has already chosen you. I know the nights your courage felt like thin glass and the world kept tapping at it. I know the folded pages of your plans, the coffee rings on decisions set aside, the messages you started and never sent, the prayers you erased because you feared they were too big, too heavy, too bold for your lips. None of that disqualifies you. All of it has become the soft soil where the first shoot of your good news pushes through. You believed you broke something beyond repair. You did not. You believed you missed an appointment that would not be offered again. You did not. You believed you were a guest in rooms built for others. You are not. I am building a place that fits you, that honors the exact weight and height of your calling, and you will not need to shrink to enter. The good news you have been waiting for so long has not been wandering lost, hunting for you with a dim lantern. It has known your street. It has recognized your handwriting. It has memorized the color of your voice. It has not arrived early because I wanted your heart to be ready to carry it, not merely touch it and fall. In your delays there were secret muscles forming, strength without applause. Wisdom without announcement. Today is not random. It is a precise kindness you are finally able to bear. I have seen the ways you have been measured by those who never held a scale that could hold your whole story. I have seen you remove your brightness to make others comfortable, to make rooms quieter, to make days smoother. You will not be punished for your gentleness, but you will no longer be asked to dim for the sake of smallness. Your goodness is not a problem to be solved, it is a river that will be given honest banks. Those who love you will learn to love the new depth and the new speed. Those who only loved your silence will fall away like dry leaves from a strong branch. Let them fall. The branch was made to hold fruit, not the noise of what cannot stay. You heard me say soon, and you tore the calendar waiting for it to be today. You heard me say trust, and you looked at your hands and saw only scars. You heard me say I will restore, and your mind ran to every broken plank and shout and goodbye. Still I say it, I will restore. not by returning you to what hurt you, but by building out of it a wisdom that cannot be stolen. The justice you need will not arrive as revenge, it will arrive as clarity, as boundaries, as the end of the exhausting loop that kept replaying the same ache. I am bringing the conversation you never got to finish to a peaceful period. You will not need to explain yourself to be believed. The truth has its own light, and I am switching it on. You asked me for a sign, then worried you had missed it. Here is the kindness of my way. I do not hide signs behind traps. I repeat them until they settle. Consider the doors that would not open no matter how clever your plans were. I kept you from rooms that would have honored your gifts while starving your soul. Consider the unexpected yes that rose from a place you overlooked. I was making a path where you had no map. Consider how the same sentence has reached you from different mouths this week, the theme that keeps circling back, the particular way your name has been spoken with softness by strangers. I am tuning the world around you to the pitch of your purpose so that you can hear that you are not lost. I know the one who disappointed you so deeply that even your future felt like it dimmed a few degrees. I do not require you to forget the lesson you learned. I require only that you do not let their shadows write tomorrow's script. I watched the promises that were spoken in haste fall apart under the weight of ordinary days, and I did not let that collapse become your identity. You are not the echo of someone else's failure. You are not the sum of another's carelessness. You are the room I keep revisiting with delight because you are still willing to grow, still willing to love. Still willing to stand up when the floor shook. Listen, Archangel Michael stands beside you now, not as a distant legend but as a present strength. He has not arrived to frighten you with thunder, he has come to escort the fear out of your house. The fear that says you are too late. The fear that says you are too much. The fear that says you are too little. He will carry them by the back of the neck to the door and set them outside where your future will not feed them. Let him work. Your courage is not something you manufacture today, it is something you discover you have had all along. Michael says, open it immediately, not because the gift is fragile but because your heart is ready. You worry about the opinions of those who have never prayed for you. You worry about the frowns of those who never learned your real name. Let your yes to me be louder than the sigh of their disapproval. I will give you language that fits your mouth, steps that fit your legs, a pace that honors your breath. You do not need to sprint to prove you are serious. You need only to begin. The beginning will feel like the smallest obedience, sending the message, calling the office, filling the form, finishing the page, packing the bag, telling the truth, closing the browser, but it will crack the ice of a long winter. You will hear the first drip of melt and then the river will run. Do not despise the ordinary doors. The good news you have waited for may arrive through a humble hinge, an email, a phrase overheard, a kindness from a person who owes you nothing, a morning that feels lighter for no obvious reason. Do not say, "This cannot be it, it is too small." Seeds never appear as forests. But when I breathe on them, they do not stay seeds. When I breathe on you, you do not stay the version of yourself that fit into the old fear. You asked me, what if I choose wrong? Hear me, when you are more committed to staying with me than to being flawless, even your detours become scenic routes of grace. I do not need perfect steps to lead you into a prepared goodness, I need willing ones. The valley you fear is not a maze. It is a hallway with a door at the end. Walk. Every step draws down provision you have not seen yet. Every step sends a tremor into rooms where your name has been quietly discussed with favor. Every step unclenches an old memory that stopped trusting. You are not walking alone. My hand is not theatrical, it is steady, and I am not letting go. There is a blessing with your name in the margins, the corners, the title, and the signature line. It does not require you to pretend you have no scars. It requires you to bring them into my light and see that they have stopped bleeding. The story you are telling about yourself is about to change tense. What was heavy becomes the history that taught you how to carry joy without fearing it will leave. What was denied becomes the evidence that I preserved you for something truer, not punished you for asking. What was delayed becomes the mercy that kept you from opening a gift before you had the hands to keep it. This is not a random assurance. I am setting sequence in motion. There will be a conversation that clarifies what was muddled. There will be a reopening where you thought you had been quietly blacklisted. There will be an apology you never needed to be whole, and you will receive it without letting it rewrite your worth. There will be a letter or a message that has all the warmth of a window opening in a stale room. There will be laughter that returns without guilt. There will be a night when you sleep and do not wake at 3 with the old tightness. There will be a morning you do not hurry past yourself. I know the number you keep checking, the door you keep glancing at, the timestamp that made you think you missed it. You did not miss it. The timing will honor your healing. The provision will not make you small to deserve it. The people who arrive next will not ask you to trade your peace to belong. If they do, they are not your people, and you will know that without the pain you used to feel when you released what was untrue, you have asked me to protect your heart and your name. I have. You do not know all the rooms I kept you from, all the deals that would have smiled at you and then hollowed you out, all the paths that ended at cliffs. You do not need to fear that my protection equals perpetual waiting. My protection has brought you to this, the safe unveiling of what I always intended for you. no trap, no bait, no costume. Only the fitting of a garment that does not itch, does not tear, does not need pretending. Wear it. Walk forward. The floor will hold. You feared that admitting how much you hoped would make you look foolish if nothing changed. Listen closely. Something has changed already. Your hope is no longer begging at the door of chance, it is seated at the table of promise. When you speak now, your words will not be rehearsals of disappointment, they will be blueprints. When you plan now, your plans will not be desperate bargains. Will go wrong because something finally went right. That is not discernment, that is fatigue pretending to be wisdom. Lay it down. Your discernment is clean when it is not powered by dread. Your intuition is sharp when it is not starved by self-doubt. I heal the mind as I bless the path. I do not give you a good gift then leave you to wrestle in the dark with suspicion. I am light. I am here. I am not taking my hand off your shoulder at the hour you most need steadiness. You will not sabotage this. You will not misplace this. You will not watch it evaporate. You will live in it. 2 hours left, and yet this is not a countdown to fear, this is a countdown to announcement. Expect an alignment of details that once refused to sit in the same room. Expect a message that sounds like relief wrapping itself in words. Expect a person to say what you could not make them say by force. Expect your own heart to answer you with kindness. When you feel the urge to delay because you are not ready, remember this: readiness is the fruit of trust, not the prerequisite. Trust me and you will be ready while you are moving. Michael is stationed at the crossing. His presence is permission. My word is the bridge. Walk. This is not the year of almost. This is not the month of someday. This is the day when you step out of draft and into publication. What was scribbled in the margins of your nights will be read aloud in daylight. The people who need to hear will hear. The places that need to open will open. The resources that need to find you will not miss you. I am the God of completion. I am the finisher who respects your start. Do not skip this. Put your name where it belongs. Pick up the call your spirit recognizes. Answer the email with your full yes. Send the confirmation without taking a vote from your fears. Put your shoes by the door if you must and tell your future you will not ghost it this time. Then breathe. You do not carry this alone, you never did. I am in the room. I am not impressed by the walls that tried to keep you small. I am not intimidated by the locks that kept you waiting. I am the key maker and the locksmith and the open space on the other side. 2 hours left, and joy is early. Let it be early. Let it sit with you like an old friend who somehow knows all your stories and still laughs with you. Let gratitude name the colors you forgot you loved. Let peace stretch out inside your chest until your bones remember what softness feels like. You are going to hear good news. Say it with me now so your ears get used to it. I am going to hear good news. Not because I earned it by worry, not because I manipulated outcomes, but because on my last day I chose the narrow faithful thing, and heaven does not ignore narrow faithful things. The harvest is faithful to the seed, and the seed was love. Michael, declare it one more time so it echoes through every corridor of doubt. Open now. Do not skip. The order is not harsh, it is holy. The window is not closing on you, it is closing on what chased you. 2 hours left, and then a different hour will begin, and you will find yourself already inside it because you said yes when I called. Lift your head. Loosen your hands. Receive the announcement that bears your name and my kindness. I am with you in the next sentence, in the next chime, in the next door that swings wide. And when you step through, you will finally feel how right it is to belong where blessing meets you, how natural it is to breathe without bracing, how beautiful it is to live in the sound of good news that does not stop. Good news is approaching with quiet feet. It is dressed like a small email, a calm voice, a resolved issue, a schedule that suddenly fits, a person who says, I thought of you for this. Do not minimize it because it is gentle. Gentle does not mean weak. Gentle is my signature. I do thunder, yes, but I plant gardens in silence. You will recognize my hand because shame will not be required as payment, secrecy will not be needed to keep it, and pressure will not be the price of admission. You will find yourself exhaling and wondering why the weight feels lighter. That is how you will know it is me. If you feel unqualified, good. You are ready to learn. If you feel small, good. You are ready to grow. If you feel tired, good. You are ready to trade your striving for my strength. Bring me your 5 loaves and 2 fish, the little you think is laughable, and watch me feed a need larger than you imagined. You do not have to invent a miracle, you have to make room for it. Making room looks like finishing, apologizing, saying thank you, throwing away what mocks your hope, answering the message, setting the appointment, writing down the dream so it stops slipping away. Put ink to it. When you write it, you anchor it. I am not angry with you for the delays. I am not disappointed that you needed many reminders. I am delighted that you are still reachable. Reach for me now. I pour fresh mercy, new strength. And a simple map, Peace is your compass, humility is your pace, gratitude is your guardrail, love is your fuel. With these, you will not miss what belongs to you. With these, you will recognize counterfeits and keep walking. With these, you will not trade your birthright for the quick applause of those who do not know your name as I do. Michael lifts his sword, and the air clears. The old assignment of heaviness evaporates. Your room remembers sunlight. Your mind remembers quiet. Your body remembers what it feels like to be welcomed by your own spirit. Receive this. Place your hands over your heart and bless yourself the way I bless you. I am allowed to heal. I am allowed to prosper. I am allowed to belong to the future God is giving me. Say it without irony. The world trained you to brace, I am teaching you to build. Pick up one brick today and place it where I show you. Tomorrow I will hand you another. In a little while, you will turn around and find a wall sturdy enough for laughter to echo against. 2 hours left, and I am with you in every minute of it. When the clock strikes the moment I've chosen, you will hear what you need to hear and know what you need to know. Your yes will meet my yes, and the path will appear like ink in water becoming words. You will not have to force it. You will only have to walk it. Do not skip this. Do not talk yourself out of joy because sorrow taught you to be suspicious. Let me reteach you. Let me show you that goodness and mercy are not just words you recite, they are companions that literally follow you, and today they are closer than ever. I bless your doorways and your deadlines. I bless the hands that have trembled and the voice that has been quiet too long. I bless the place where grief and hope sit side by side and choose to share a table. I bless your next step to be steady, your next word to be clean, your next thought to be kind. I bless you with holy timing that does not rush you but refuses to let you stagnate. I bless you with a release from self-punishment, with a softness that does not make you weak, and with the courage to show up for the life I'm giving you. Open this fully. Take it into your day. Tuck one line in your pocket and touch it when the old fear circles back. I am here, and I am not leaving. Archangel Michael stands guard so you can build in peace. The good news is already walking up your path. Meet it with gratitude. Meet it with readiness. Meet it with the smile you have denied yourself while waiting. This is not a trick or a tease. This is my heart for you, arriving on time. 2 hours left, enough time to clear a space, enough time to forgive, enough time to choose, enough time to say yes. And when the hour turns, you will know, the long night is over, and the new day does not ask you to perform, it asks you to receive and to walk with me.